Welcome back to the other side of the cell. This is Michael Jackson coming at you one more time. I want to thank everybody for the likes, shares, subscribes, and helping the channel grow. I appreciate it, and I just ask if you like it to continue to do so. Well, I think I'd like to talk about a message that I got about what type of COs you meet when you come to prison. So it's interesting how that works. But anybody that's worked in a prison or been in prison as an inmate knows these type of guys that we're gonna talk about. We'll break them down one by one. And to start out, whenever you go to prison, whether you're a staff or an inmate, there's a lot of people you're going to encounter. But these are the types of COs that you're going to meet when you come to prison. The first one that comes to mind is the drill sergeant. The drill sergeant CO is that guy that comes to work every day. He may have had prior military service. He may have, me currently in the National Guard or something, but he is a rigid CO that is by the book, and he commands attention. He walks on the dorm, and he's yelling and screaming, and he wants you to do things by the book all day, and he gets your attention. He might be the guy that says, "Get your ass over here, tuck your shirt in, and do all this stuff," and you're going to have to navigate that one way or another. Either that's going to be met with aggression, or that's going to be met with compliance. This depends on the inmates and just depends on the situation. The drill sergeant CO is the guy that's usually has high uses of force, and he's always in conflict. And he's that guy that inmates hate. A lot of other COs hate because this guy's on a dormitory or a pod or whatever area he's in. There's probably going to be a call for officer assistance, and there's probably going to be some action whenever his name appears on that schedule somewhere. The second type of correctional officer you're going to encounter whenever you go in to any correctional setting is the scared rookie. Now, scared rookie is somebody that's just got his uniforms and his handcuffs and equipment and things like that, and this guy's petrified because usually new COs are young. They come in, they don't know how to deal with things. Inmates see him coming a mile away because the scared CO is the guy that looks down. He doesn't like to make eye contact. Inmates know as soon as that guy walks in the door, we're going to have a good night because we're going to be able to fuck with him all night. We're going to be able to get over, trick him into doing something. You're going to be able to get over on him, and he's not going to know because he's new, number one. Number two, he's scared to death. And if you display any type of fear or lack of knowledge, it's always an opportunity for inmates to strike and seize on that, because inmates, just like regular people, they seize on opportunities, weakness, and things like that. So if you're the scared rookie, you've got to be able to ask for help. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone or the radio for somebody to come and help you in a situation. But if you walk around scared, docile, they're just going to get over on you, and that's just the facts of life. He's going to be the guy that he's just a seat filler. He's a guy on a schedule, and the institution just wants to fill that spot, and they're not worried about consequences. Sometimes they just worry more about can they fill their shifts than what quality of people they're filling it with. Now, the next CO you're going to meet is the cool guy. He's the CO that's talking to the inmates about shit he shouldn't be talking about, or he's asking them for weightlifting advice. Hey man, how you get so cut up? What workout routine should I have? Talk about things about women, like how I get laid all the time. How you talk to women and all this stuff. And these guys, feed off of that because they know that if they're getting cool with the CO, that he will be the guy that lets them get away with stuff. He will be like, they'll get him like, yeah, you're just like us, you're cool, man. We talk sports, and you gave me some we gave you some FanDuel advice, DraftKings. You made some bets, you make some money. You and I, we could work together. Shit like that. And when that happens, you're right in the beginning of the roads to being compromised. And a lot of the cool COs, so to speak, are the guys that let shit go, turn their head whenever something's going on. Some guy might say, "Hey, man, we're gonna fuck with this child molester. Uh, you know, go over there and do a security check. We need to take care of something over there." And he's like, "Cool, gotcha." And that type of CO is the guy that is at risk of being compromised because he's already compromised to a certain degree. He just doesn't know it. And once you go down that road, you go down that road for good, and you don't come back from that. So that cool CO might be cool for a while, but eventually it all catches up with him. The next CO is the disgruntled CO. Now, the disgruntled CO is the guy that's been there for a long time. He feels he's been shit on. He's got passed over for promotions. He hates his job. He's just disgusted with his job and his life, and he is definitely compromisable because the disgruntled CO is somebody they can get at. And usually, things with the disgruntled CO usually come about when they say, "Hey man, how much you make? They ain't paying you enough money. I know you're struggling with bills and stuff," and it's blase, and then they feed into that person being angry, disgruntled, upset with their job, upset with their profession, and they usually try to pit staff against each other, especially administration against them, because they'll say, "Yeah, the administration don't care, and they abuse you, and you should have got that last sergeant's job, or you should have got that last promotion. And they gave it to Billy Bob over here, and he didn't deserve it, but you did, and we get it, man. And oh, by the way, if you really want to make some extra money, and if times are hard, you're trying to make your truck payment and all that kind of stuff, you know, bring bring a pack of cigarettes in, man. We'll hook you up, cash up you some money, help you make that payment." So that's the dangerous territory that people get in when they get disgruntled. A lot of people sometimes lose their integrity and lose their foresight, understanding that these are inmates and they're always going to be conning you, and they're always going to be trying to manipulate and pit staff against staff and things like that. The last CO that I can think of that kind of sums it all up is the tired CO. And the tired CO is the guy that's been there 20 years or more, and he's just worn out and he's tired. He hates coming to work. He's just tired. He doesn't care what it happens at all. He doesn't care. He just shows up to work because he wants to get his check. He doesn't care if there's a riot. He doesn't care. It just doesn't matter to him anymore because he's basically give up and tapped out. They call it quietly quitting. And when people quietly quit, they basically quit while they're there, and they just stop performing. And they just do enough to not get yelled at, or do enough not to get in trouble. But they don't care about anything that goes on. If it's quitting time and they're walking down the hallway going home and somebody's getting their brains beat out, they act like they don't see it and keep walking. And those are the most dangerous employees that you got. Those are the most detrimental to staff and inmates, because if you're the inmate getting beat up and the officer acts like he doesn't see you and doesn't respond, you're in jeopardy. And if you're the officer and you're in a tussle with somebody, he doesn't come to assist you, then you're screwed too. So all these guys have different things about them that can be detrimental to everyone. But the last one, and this will be the bonus one, is just the normal good guy CO. And he's the guy that comes to work, takes his job seriously, does his job every day, and goes home. He doesn't get into gossip. He doesn't get into the politics. He doesn't care about, status. He doesn't care about, being one of the boys. He just comes and does his 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, goes home, and he is just a responsible adult. He does his job. He does it responsible, and he gives it 100%, and then he goes home. If you can be that guy, and you've done something in corrections, because corrections makes you jaded. Corrections makes you get to the point where you see the world in a different light. You see the world in such a way that you sometimes tend to get jaded to the point where you get a outlook on life that's not really that as bad as you're making it out to, because you're in the walls dealing with dysfunctional people, and then you kind of think the whole world's like that, and it's not. But these are the types of correctional officers that you're going to meet in a prison. There's there's several more, but down the road, we'll do another one on some more of these correctional officers. There's going to be a video coming up I'm going to do exclusively on, a certain type of correctional officer. Give you a little tease on that, but everybody's ever worked in corrections have met a guy like Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos is your captain or your shift commander that when he comes to work, he always creates chaos and disruption. He always creates something. So stay tuned for that one, because that's coming soon. And if you have any more suggestions, or if you have any experience with any other type of correction officer you want to see me delve into and explain to, put it down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the other side.